Oh, poor Great Eagle's just stuck in the middle of all of those dwarves. Yeah, it's just not too much these Hawk Riders can do. They're gonna get wrecked. Ah, they're gone. It's a chain route. Revan says, what made you start wanting to do face cam? It wasn't that I didn't want to do it before, it was just that I wasn't streaming before. Like, whenever I did a stream previously, I had face cam. Like, if you go back and look at like my Wargame Invitational, the streams of that, I had face cam the whole time. My face isn't unknown to long-time viewers of the channel. I just, since I'm now streaming my content live and recording it at the same time, it seemed only natural that I obviously had a face cam on as I was streaming. So now it's just in my content as well. And for the Wood Elf campaign in particular, the first 5 episodes had face cam just for consistency. However, usually if it's like single player content, I might not actually have face cam there. But I like face cam. I think it gives you a chance to become like a lot more like personable with your viewers, and that's just nice. It's just nice to be able to be just honest with you guys. That's just what it feels like anyway. Like, I don't really see the point of doing a stream if you're not going to have face cam and like interact with people. And you can't really interact properly with people if they can't see you. Like, I think there is a lot that goes into like facial expressions, and I'm actually a very sort of like animated person when I speak. I use my hands a lot, but you can't see my hands, but they are here. And generally what I found was when I was doing like a Steel Division commentary or a Wargame commentary, I animate a lot, even though there's no one actually watching me, which is kind of funny. But I'm going to get a bit more cash from this little battle, which is quite nice. So yeah, on stream, you guys can see that. You can see how animated I am and how much I actually really enjoy stuff. We're going to get the extra treasury from Parabon, thank you very much.
Grows, my lord. News of your conquests
and
spreads.
Our chapter objective was successful, so we get 2,000 from our treasury and 2,000 for extra bonus objectives. We get Taskmaster for Straslaith, which gives us extra campaign line of sight and movement range. And they sacked our settlement for a solid 106. Was it worth it for you? Probably not. Okay, so I guess we're going to stay one more turn here. I'm going to continue with the Waystones. We can upgrade this to the Groove of the Horse to unlock our Wild Riders, and Wild Riders of Shields will also be available very soon after, which will be nice. Captured leveled up from that attack. Now has 485 weapon strength, and we have Straslaith over here who has leveled up as well. So I think we're going to go for this Nature's South and just get that done before anything else. He now provides plus 11 to Untainted in the local province, which is pretty legit. Chaos Corruption is actually going up. I think that's because of characters probably, more than anything else. We do have a damaged building at Grenstad, so we're going to repair that. How long is their replenishment going to take? Reasonable amount of time. They didn't actually lose the bolt thrower and the cannon in the end, which is unfortunate. Probably should have chased them down and made sure they were completely dead. But that's going to be all for now. We'll move on to the next turn. And that's when we're going to just jump over to Migdal Bongo Barak and continue. So hopefully our next technology will be completed soon. We can look at getting the extra relations with dwarves again, so that we can peace out with them after taking their last settlement. If they're weak, however, we might just be able to go over and destroy them. I might just world roots through the Empire lands, or the Border Prince's lands, sorry, that's what I meant. We'll world roots through there, we'll go and destroy the dwarves. Roughly says, dude, just started an Empire campaign. How OP are the Reichsguard? They are very OP indeed. We need to raid Barak Var. Oh, okay. But yeah, the Reichsguard are very strong. They have a crazy charge bonus. If you use them correctly, they can do a lot of damage. Let's use wild roots towards Mingdal Vongel Barak. Feel like that attack's going to be pretty damn hard to pull off, but there we go. Gotta get rid of those pesky dwarves. Getting +6 public order there now. That weren't bad, which is good. Our income, or upkeep, sorry, has actually decreased. Or maybe our upkeep is the same, but our income has increased. Not quite sure what from, if I'm honest. There we go. Let's end the turn. I'm hoping that soon we'll be able to like connect up our provinces and start to get some of the trade going. At the moment, it's kind of disappointing that we are sort of bordering a lot of these places, but we can't actually trade because we can't connect our capital. It will just require us attacking Paravon though, which might be something to do actually. We are trading with them, however, but if we can trade with more people by attacking Paravon, that, like I said, it might be worth doing. It would also require us attacking the Empire though, to connect all of the land. Is that worth it? Probably not. It would take way too long. That is a lot of vampire armies though. Oh, it's actually the tribes that are causing the chaos corruption, not Varg or scaling. Nice. So confederation between Midland and the Empire. Thinks the Empire a little bit stronger. We'll probably avoid them for the time being. Let's go ahead and attack Migdal Vongel Barak. Now this siege is probably going to be one where we pick ourselves up a couple of towers. Although this doesn't have walls again, so it's just going to be fought on the battle map. Yeah, interesting. I'm a little bit worried about how many thunderers they have. That's kind of awkward. We're definitely going to have to focus their thunderers with our own archers. If we can kill the thunderers, we win. I'm going to have the wild riders attack the cannon and the bolt thrower. Let's quick save this, and we will fight it on the battle map. Welcome back, Philip. And hello to everyone who's watching. As usual, appreciate all of your viewership, either on the VODs or, of course, on the stream. Good to have you guys. Alright, so here we are. This is pretty simple, same as usual. We're going to do the whole Treekin in the mid thing with our Dryads either side. And these Dryads, with them leveling up like they are, they're actually going to have pretty decent stats. 45 melee attack with magical damage as well. They have 72 armor, 87 leadership. It's actually pretty damn high. What about these Treekin? Their melee attack is crazy low, but their melee defense is really high. I mean, this entire army is just damn decent now, thanks to Durthu. Let's get all these chaps behind Group 2. These ones are Group 1. We want Durthu in the mid here with the Branch Wraith. I think they're going to do a runner again, which might allow us to destroy their cannon and bolt thrower before the game even starts. Before the battle even starts, not the game. Not a game, it's war. Right, okay. Yeah, so we'll just move up like we did before. Be a pretty simple battle. Pretty weird how the AI is programmed here to sort of run away. Very odd. Are they leaving them behind? I think they started nearer to the hill than they did before, so we might not have as much of a chance to charge them down, but even if we can just engage them and force the engagement on top of them, that will stop them from firing in general, so that's just a good thing to happen. Well, let's just speed things up and maybe we can get there in time. I think I might go for these bolt throwers just because they're further away. They're already being attacked by our archers though. Maybe the cannons are the way to go. Never mind, the Longbeard's turned around. Ooh, let's get out of the way of that attack.
Right! At speed! Trample them! Swift! With haste!
Okay, time to go.
It is done! Cavalry!
Get the Wild Riders out of there.
Hurry! Orders!
Have my units move forwards like so. Because we need to get into range to kill off these Thunderers.
Release! Blade guard! Ever ready!
We need to kill the ones on the flanks first, I think.
Fire!
Just because they're the ones that are actually going to do the damage. The ones behind their main infantry line aren't actually going to do too much. Oh wow, Durthu getting well in there. Go on, use your attack, Durthu. What are you derping out for? He's frozen. Oh, we'll just get him to swing his sword. Get the Crowstorm down. Probably going to go for the Penumbral Pendulum across here. Try and get Durthu out of the way. Lovely. Alright. We need to target the next unit of Thunderers. Probably going to target those Thunderers as well. Our Dryads have actually caught up to some of the Thunderers here, and we do have our Wild Riders in the back, so that should help out. Okay, awesome. We're doing pretty well. Gonna go for the Melkos Mystifying Miasma. I might even get a Lifeblood going. Just to heal up our troops a little.
Now! Very well.
I'm gonna run down those Thunderers with the Wild Riders. whilst the Dryads come back and hit the miners. Right, then that will allow our Wild Riders to hit the cannon. Nice. Alright, so far so good. Let's hit these Quarrelers now.
Glade guard. Yes. Weapons. Loose.
And once the cannons are dealt with, we can then deal with the Thunderers. Nice. We're going to go back to the cannons again. Just that cycle charge. Backwards and forwards. We'll go across to the Quarrelers as well. Oh, I love it. Making them all run away. And we'll come into the back of the melee. As well as Crowstorm here. Oh, all that damage is ridiculous. Those Wild Riders, they destroyed the back line. They took a lot of damage for it, but they definitely wrecked that back line. It was insane. Okay, we can focus on those Longbeards. We'll do like a crossfire here. I might fire across to those miners with the Blade Guard on that side. Those miners at the back, they're getting absolutely wrecked. And we'll target those Longbeards. I'm gonna crush those miners. Okay, never mind. It looks like we have some Dryads there chasing them down. How's Durthu doing? Saying that, how's our branch raid doing? Looks like he's struggling a little bit. Get Malkoth's Mystifying Miasma down from him. Get some speed to get out of there. Wow, those Dryads are pretty damn low on health. All of these Blade Guard have run out of ammunition. So have our Way Watchers. And Durthu's still doing a good job though. Still have some Wild Riders as well that can go and destroy these Quarrelers, for example. Looks like the Dryads caught up with those Quarrelers as planned, so that's good. I get those Way Watchers to just attack the Thunderers. Boom, this Quarrelers getting wrecked. Great stuff. Alright, may as well just try and finish off some of these units. Might focus those Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. The rest of the units can get the Glade Guards in here, we may as well. I'm gonna have to replenish for like 2 turns anyway, so it's fine. And the main reason it's taking so long to complete this battle is because they have so many regiments of renown that have like the 9 unit rank 9, so they have crazy leadership. But with all of our units coming in here and surrounding them, I think I'm going to make a lot of them run away. Well, there go the Longbeards. We can focus on the Lord. Our Lord's getting run down as well. Let's get Durthu pumped up, and we will deal with Elmador Death Dealer. Never mind, that is victory. And we will end the battle there. That was a pretty epic battle. Pyrrhic victory. It was definitely going to be hard due to the Grumbling Guard, the Peak Gate Hammerers, and the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, like all rank 9. They just don't die easily at all. Wild Riders, as usual, doing a lot of damage. We have the Dryads here actually picking up a lot of kills. Actually more so than the Glade Guard themselves, which is interesting to see. Durthu, of course, swinging his sword about, is going to chop off a few stumpy heads. We didn't lose any units, which is good. And we're going to raise that. And then we're going to take it back over. It might cost us quite a bit to do it, but oh well. There we go. Migdal Longo Barrack under our control. Durthu has leveled up. He's actually going to get all his health back in one turn. And yeah, we were going to go for Bolts of the Forests. So let's get that weapon damage going.
I'm on this enchant.
We're on 32,000 now. Starting to get a bit of a surplus going. How are the dwarves doing in general?
Onward!
I think they're pretty damn strong. They're strength rank 5. Like compared to us, we're strength rank 47. Wow, it's pretty bad. Strength rank 47. But we don't have many enemies at the moment, so it doesn't matter.
You need me? The deep would protect.
Let's try and trade
sons
with
and daughters.
Torgavan eventually. Although we can't just yet. Our relations with Paravon are decreasing because we took that event. In general, our strength is improving. I just saw there actually. Let's go into diplomacy again. Strength rank 1 is actually Varg right now.
Ruin!
Their strength rank 1? What?
Yes!
That's nuts. That's actually nuts. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. Let's just hope they don't declare war on us. Alright, I'm also hoping that the vampire counts don't declare war on us before I'm ready for it. I might just go for the peace treaty with the dwarves and maybe go for the attack onto the vampire counts. We'll build a second army with Straslith and go for that attack.
Aye! Do not sully my presence.
Never mind. We'll just have to deal with the dwarves. Guess we could just do the same, build a second army. The main issue is with Straslith is he's the one sorting out the corruption here. And if I leave, the public order is just going to go downhill. Very quickly, actually. Here what I'm probably going to do is stop taxing the province just so that we get the extra public order. Because ideally what we want to do is maybe get it to 100 and then we'll be able to leave. We could maybe try and deal with the Beastman tribe that's causing all the chaos corruption. The Redhorn tribe, that is. Now that we've taken out those dwarven settlements. We have trespassers. Manfred and Warmund von Karlstein going through Ragefire Pass. They must be at war with, like, the dwarves, maybe? They have taken Carrag Dromar, so I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you for watching, Colin. And Philip says, I thought wood elves were meant to be nice, peaceful people. Unfortunately, Durthu is withered by the ages and is an absolute madman now. All he wants to do is kill people. That's the lore behind this playthrough. But apparently we have absolutely no chance against Varg right now. I'm actually really worried. We are bordering them as well. Because with the Mortal Empires, they can occupy every settlement. Which does make them really, really strong. It looks like Ostermark's already been taken as well. I guess in here. So Kislev's probably already dead. It's going to be the Empire versus Varg. And myself. Oh lord. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're going to build up our second army. Time to do it, I think. I think I might just leave this province without tax and just go towards Nuln. And next turn what we're going to do is build the minus recruitment cost ones. Build up an army. It will definitely affect our income. But Durthu, after this turn, is going to be world routing towards the dwarven settlements down here. And we're going to be destroying those. Right, in the meantime, going with the Waystone there. A Karakern. Kind of feel like... Yeah, we're going to need the Waystone. Because we're going to be at war with... We're going to be at war with them very shortly. Minus 102 relations. Crooked Moon are getting there though. Maybe the Crooked Moon can do the job. The Wood Elves, they don't have the alliance with Clan Angrand, so I might actually just be able to kill Clan Angrand. That might be a good idea. Because then we have one less nation to worry about. We'll move on to the next turn anyway. Get the replenishment done. Start building our second army. Looking good. Philip asks if I'm going for the long campaign. I'm going for world domination, mate. Every single settlement under my control. As the Wood Elves. So, we're in for a long one, don't you worry. And what is my favourite faction? Well, we're playing them. The Wood Elves. I love the Wood Elves. I think they are very, very good. They are the reason that I actually started making Warhammer content on the channel. I didn't make Warhammer content originally when the game came out. So, yeah, I decided to do it, I think around Christmas time last year. I started when the Wood Elves were released as a DLC. Because they are probably one of my favourite factions in the Warhammer universe. They just have such cool units. Like, the art style of them is just fantastic. Whereas the other nations are what some of my friends would say are edgy Lord of the Rings factions. The Wood Elves just aren't. They're just kind of unique. Yes, they're still elves, but they're just cool, like in so many different ways. Alright. Voice of the Forest. We have hero recruited Waystalker. I don't really want a Waystalker. What's the special trait? Wins a magic power reserve. Why is that useful? Like, Waystalkers are good because they can snipe like enemy lords from afar. However, I just don't feel like they're worth it. You know, like worth replacing something for them in an army. And they cost upkeep. I mean, how much does this guy cost? 330 upkeep? I guess it's not as much as I thought it might be. He can assassinate, which is useful. He can assault units and assault garrison. Maybe we have him join Straslaith's army at Nuln. And then we can, yeah, build into his army there. Alright, let's go for the World Route Pathways. And we'll get that recruitment going very shortly. Meanwhile, Durthu is going to jump into the World Routes and head towards Balakvar down here, which we're going to crush next. I'm going to see who the vampire counts are at war with. Feel like they're at war with maybe the Border Princes. Yeah, they are. So they're probably just going to crush the Border Princes. We could use this opportunity, honestly, to attack them. Like, Valmon von Karstein's army here is pretty decent. But I don't think it's as good as Durthu. Like, Durthu can wreck these Felbats. The Felbats are pretty null and void. Vargheist maybe not. Vargolf's pretty hard to deal with. Black Knights, we don't have much cavalry ourselves, so they could be kind of annoying. But just in general, I think we're pretty safe, like, to attack this. If you look at, like, the melee attack and melee defense of our units in comparison, like, even the Glade Guard have 42 melee defense. It's pretty damn decent. It's better than their Grave Guard. And that would allow us to just destroy their homeland pretty quickly, especially if we catch out both those armies. I just really want the dwarves to be at peace with us. Like, if I could get a peace treaty now, I would do that.
Do not sully my
But we can't. Now, one thing we might be able to do is, if we damage the dwarves enough, is allow the orcs to just destroy them. I'm much happier fighting orcs in the late game than I am the dwarves. So that might be a decent thing to do. We can leave the undead for now.